It's the final final weekend of the regular season inside the Adirondack Bank Center and across the MASL. But it starts tonight as Utica City plays host to the Kansas City Comets. Both these teams already in the MASL playoffs, but still a lot to play for as these two teams battle for seeding before they head out to San Diego in a week's time. Kansas City comes in losers of 2 on the bounce and having slipped as of late, lost 5 of the last 6 matchups. But it's a team that's retooled and ready for the playoffs on the other side. Utica City FC coming off 1 loss, but before that 2 victories against the Harrisburg Heat. The most recent loss to fellow playoff team Baltimore just last weekend. Utica City's got 2 games left on the regular season, both of them inside the Adirondack Bank Center. It's a busy weekend inside of Central New York, and especially inside of this building and the next building at the Utica University Nexus Center. We'll touch more on that in a few short moments, but first, we'll take you down to the lineups in a few short moments so that you can meet the Utica City starters and reserves for today.
And now, let's meet your Utica City FC, starting with tonight's reserves. Number 1, Drew Taylor. Number 2, Emmanuel Belliard. Number 8, Jose Tavares. Number 11, Ronaldinho. Number 12, Will Niamzi. Number 20, Kyle Genrich. Number 33, Junior Pinal. Number 36, Manny Silva. Number 49, Mershad Ahmadi. And number 99, Barbaro Shalir. And now, MVHS, official healthcare provider of your Utica City FC, presents tonight's starting lineup. On defense, number 30, Juan Olava. In the midfield, number 7, Gio Alves. Also in the midfield, number 10, Nilton De Andrade. At forward, number 3, Gordy Gerson. Also at forward, number 28, Vinny Dantas. And in goal, number 22, Andrew Coughlin. Tonight's team doctor is Gary Zimmer, and the head coach of your Utica City FC is Everton Morera. We now ask that you please rise, if you are able, and join the players, coaches, and staff in removing your caps as we honor our nation with the singing of our national anthem. Performing our anthem tonight, please welcome, from your Steve Lennon Jewelers Utica City Dance Crew, Brianna Steveotter.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Brianna Steveotter, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the final weekend of the regular season, and Utica City starts it against a opponent that is all too familiar for UCFC. The past 2 seasons, these 2 teams have met twice on the turf. It's been a 1-1 record here in Utica, but that's just in the regular season. Back to last season in the playoffs, it was the battle of the Eastern Conference semifinals when Kansas City knocked out Utica City by a scoreline of 2-0, 2 wins in a row for KC. Utica couldn't peg one back against Kansas City, who would eventually go on to the Ron Newman Cup Finals before falling to Chihuahua in a great series. But Kansas City's retooled, and they're ready for another run to the Ron Newman Cup Finals. We'll see if Utica has anything to say about it tonight. As I mentioned before the national anthem there, it's a busy weekend here in Utica because just across the street at the Utica University Nexus Center, we've got the NCAA Division III men's hockey semifinals going on today, and the finals going on Sunday night. I believe Utica University is one of the participants in that matchup tonight. They are playing against Curry University. Earlier today, there was Hobart taking on SUNY Geneseo. 3 teams from New York playing in the NCAA Division III hockey semifinals. So it is a busy weekend here in Central New York. A lot of sports action on tap for the city of Utica. But tonight it's Utica City FC and the Kansas City Comets. These 2 teams met a couple of weeks ago. It was March 1st in Kansas City, a 4-3 victory for the Comets, and leading the way for the Comets was none other than Zach Reggett, the Kenosha, Wisconsin native. Made his mark in the first quarter. He had a first quarter hat trick against the Utica City FC side 3 weeks ago. And after leading 3-0, UCFC tied it again at 3-3, but then 17 seconds into the fourth quarter, it was Reggett on the score sheet again, but this time assisting the game-winning goal scored by Daniel Malhue. We're moments away from kickoff between Utica City FC and the Kansas City Comets. Let's take a look at your starters, starting with the visitors from Kansas City. In net, Nicolau Neto steps in. Philip Ejimadu is not even on the bench today. Tonight, it's Julio Coronado on the bench, the rookie out of Ottawa University. Defending in front of Neto is Chad Vandegrift and Nacho Flores. Ahead of him, Ramon Palmer and Lucas Souza. And up top, Zach Reggett. For UCFC, Coughlin in net. Gio Alves, Juan Alava on the back line. Milton De Andrade, Gordy Gerson, and Vinny Dantas. The 3 players ahead of them. Zach Reggett getting the pregame handshakes underway. He'll toss the ball to Gordy Gerson and get it right back. A lot of these players on the Kansas City side have played in the Adirondack Bank Center already this season. A lot of them members of the MASL All-Star Skills Challenge, an All-Star game that took place here just over a month ago. Reggett was one of those guys. He's getting us underway as we kick off the final weekend of MASL regular season action for the 2024-25 season. One big addition for Utica City FC is number 12, Will Niamsi. He comes from St. Louis after spending 6 seasons with the Ambush. Was acquired by UCFC in a trade earlier a couple of games ago. Finally made it to Utica on Monday and has now joined the team and has been an immediate impact in practice, according to head coach Everton Marrera. Shot fired up and away by Kansas City, who are led by 2 of the most prolific players in all the MASL. Zach Reggett right now through 21 games, 9 goals, 9 assists. But you can't look away from some of the play of his surrounding cast, including Rion Marks. 17 games, 21 goals, 19 assists, is having a season to remember, Rion Marks. Turned over by Alava, but the rebound pass cut off by the Ecuadorian. And Alava gets it back on the back end. Niamsi's on the field for the first time in Utica City FC colors. It's his first game in the blue jersey. He'll lay it off to Toy Tavares. A very quick lineup this, with Medi Silva firing early. Nicolau Neto makes a save. Rebound up in front, and Neto has to collect. Well, since he has broken into this Utica City FC lineup, Manny Silva has been a hard man to take off the lineup. Through 9 games played, he's got 7 goals, 4 assists for this UCFC side. Just took him a while to get adjusted to the indoor game, but now he's firing on all cylinders. That ball launched out of play by the Comets. It'll be a restart for Utica City. Captaining the Kansas City side is Nacho Flores, who's been a member of the Comets since 2016. In his career, has played 175 MASL games. There's a high kick from Nilton De Andrade. And this could be an early shout for a call. Although De Andrade did make contact with the ball, it was a dangerous flick up there. And there's a case here for head coach Stefan Stokic to maybe throw the flag on this one, but De Andrade gets over and helps up Nacho Flores, so it looks like Stokic is fine with letting that one go. It is a foul, and it will be a restart for Kansas City, and the captain Flores will power it forward. Laid off and an early chance for a shot off the restart, and that was Lucas Souza. He's coming back from injury for this Kansas City side, getting back into the fray, as is Rion Marks. And again, lifted over by this Kansas City side, who really thrive off the play of a strong defense, but some high-powered target men up top, including Zach Reagan. Late callback on the foul. That was called on Chad Vandegrift. Vandegrift's been one of the best in the MASL defensively. He leads the league in blocks with 69 blocks, I believe 70 blocks now, so he's crossed the 70 block mark on the season. As there's a shot high and away, and Gio Alves will bring it down. Turned over in a dangerous area, Reggett off the wall looking for the back post. And now down in the corner, working away from it is Emmanuel Belliard, and he's brought down, shot fired hard off of Coughlin's leg by Nathan Dirtle. Now cleared back up to Ramon Palmer. Looking forward to Reggett again, but this time Gerson will control. Gerson coming off of an excellent stretch of games these past couple of weeks, as is Nilton De Andrade. This one fired up to Dantas. Shouts for a handball from the Utica City players down low, but cleared away by the Comets. This is Gio Alves up to Coughlin, who's coming off of a goal against Baltimore. His first goal in an MASL game since 2019. Dantas fired across the face of goal. Manny Silva a step behind the play. Now forward again. De Andrade will have one from distance off the bar. Second chance whiffed on. De Andrade looking for glory. He's no stranger to the long-range shots, and that one almost snuck under. Another chance just high from UCFC. And De Andrade will reset. Off the wall, looking inside to Barbaros Shalir. And now Kansas City on the break. Far side, it's Dirtle. He's brought down by Niamsi. Immediately making himself a presence as you get another look at that Nilton De Andrade chance that just kissed the underside of the bar, but then took a bounce too far out. But UCFC on the break again. Ronaldinho through the legs! Ronaldinho goes 5-0. It's 1-0 City. Coast to coast from Ronaldinho, and Nicolau Neto watch that one through the 5-0 and in. It's 1-0. What a run from Ronaldinho. And that's the speed this Utica City side brings. Neto under pressure again and has to get rid of it. And Ronaldinho picks up What is goal number 5 on the season. He's been battling some injuries here and there, but now looks to be healthy going into the playoffs. The assist credited to Nilton De Andrade. Penal on the swivel. Second chance opportunity. Genrich just high and off the netting. Well, 2 weeks ago, Kyle Genrich scored his first MASL goal against the Harrisburg Heat. Genrich, the SUNY Oswego alum, who head coach Everton Moreira has described as a player who's annoying, but the good kind of annoying for UCFC because of the way that he defends the opposing strikers. Here's Lucia Tetsane. Turned over by Dirtle. Gerson battling, and he goes down again. Play continues, and Belliard wins it back for UCFC. Chops past a sliding player, and Belliard cuts through. Dirtle with a great recovery run to poke it away from the Dominican Republic native, but this one a chance now for UCFC. Dantas looking for space. Great recovery from Rion Marks. And now the other way. Kansas City on the break. What a save by Coughlin. Second chance high. And cleared away by the defense. Well, it is high-flying action between these two sides early on in this one. Scoreline reads 1-0 thanks to Ronaldinho at the 4:38 mark. Here's Marquez. Bicycle attempt. Cleared away by UCFC. Chance on the break, a one-timer, always going away from Ramon Palmer. And finally, we get a chance to breathe as UCFC will execute a line change. Toy Tavares. He will reassess, try to find Mershad Ahmadi. Instead, it's turned over, and now another chance, and Coughlin gets down, makes a big save yet again. Immediately thrown up to Shalir. Looks like it ticked off the hand of Shalir, but referees will say play on. Junior Kazim works down the near boards. Kazim, the London, England native, that made his way to America to play at Central Methodist University. On the far side again, Niamsi. Lays it back. De Andrade fires a shot early. Off the body and out of play. Ticked off the hand of a fan right near that glass. And UCFC can change. It'll take us to our media timeout. We'll be right back after the break.
Hey, y'all, I'm Brantley Gilbert, and I'm coming to the Adirondack Bank Center in Utica, New York on April 25th. Get your tickets now. Hell yeah, nailed it.
Welcome back inside the Adirondack Bank Center. 1-0 thanks to a Ronaldinho goal 4.5 minutes into play. And UCFC with a set-piece opportunity taken quickly. And we're back underway inside the Adirondack Bank Center. Cutting in is the goal scorer, Ronaldinho. Poor touch from De Andrade, but he recovers with enough time to find Barbaro Shalier. Now Genrich across to Ronaldinho again. Clipped into the corner. Alves on the volley. Just missed the back heel of Shalier. Alves will pick it right back up and go back to De Andrade. Ronaldinho will go off for a change. Niamsi back on for UCFC. Already looking like a great addition to the squad that just needed someone who could be a one-on-one defender. Great pass in front. What a shot to Billiard! The first time chip goes over Nicola Neto, and Utica doubles its lead. 2-0 UCFC. Great vision from Cordy Gerson. Belliard chips it up over Neto. Nothing that the Kansas City defense could do about that. A perfectly placed pass by Gerson and an even better finish by the midfielder Belliard. Goal number 6 on the campaign for Emmanuel Belliard, who's playing in his 21st match of the season. And Utica City on the front foot against a team that has had their number in the past. Knee save by Coughlin. Gets it away from danger. And Manny Silva looking for an opportunity to break. Will instead lay it back. Juan Alava rolls it forward. Across to De Andrade, who goes down hard into the boards. And Nicolau Neto will pick things up and will clear it away from danger. Toy Tavares hooked it towards midfield. Alava applying high press, stepping well out from his defensive position. And Kansas City will slow things down. To the near side, Lennis cuts in on the right foot, a hard shot. And Genrich gets a stop. Rebound off the wall. Genrich again staying with pressure. And Genrich is free. Kyle Genrich! What a save from Neto! That was the moment for Genrich, but Toy Tavares will fire this one just high and away. And Kansas City look a little lost as of late on the defensive side. They look great going forward though, but things just falling apart on the counter with this speed of Utica City. A Kansas City team that is the second best defense in the whole league. Only Chihuahua has allowed fewer goals this season. With 105, Kansas City's allowed 110. Lifted to the corner. Spinning off the wall, and Coughlin will gather. Coughlin, with pressure in his face, will have to get it away. Intended for Pinal, goes over his head. Got the chance to talk to head coach Everton Marrero before the game. He said that although this defense has been great this entire season, the matchup in Kansas City, he thought maybe this Utica City side wasn't clinical enough, didn't take advantage of the chances. Right now, Utica City doing exactly that, taking advantage of chances that are coming the way of the home side. Zach Reggett gets fouled down low. And Kansas City will take their time with this one to set things up. Rolled back. Here is Reagan. Back post effort and misplayed there at the back from Rion Marks. That's not very common from Marks, who's been one of, if not the best player in Kansas City colors this entire season. And now UCFC on the break again. Pinal across, fired in. Great save from Neto. The left toe gets it out of the net. And it's still 2-0. I mean, Nicolau Neto is playing out of his mind early on. He does have 2 goals against, but some excellent saves as of late. The stop on Genrick, and the most recent save with his left toe to keep things at 2-0. That one, however, goes all the way out, and it hits the exit sign above the Zamboni doors in that left corner. And Neto immediately apologizing for that one. It will be a restart for Utica City, just on the inside of that corner area. Lifted forward to Dantas, who's falling down. He wanted a call, didn't get it. Lucas Souza. Couple of step overs, and Manny Silva stands in the way. Here's Mershad Amadi. Vinny Dantas up ahead. Dantas shoulders off his man. Rebound. Silva scores. It is all Utica in the first quarter of play, and this time it's Manny Silva on the board. Dantas did everything right, shrugged off his man, tried to go between the legs of Neto again, but it went off the wall, and a wall of score for Manny Silva. The rebound off the wall, directed right into the net, and the City are flying high early. And Kansas City will take a timeout. It has been a thunderous start for the home side, looking to avenge that playoff loss last season, avenge a loss earlier this season as well. But the build-up play here from Amadi to Dantas is incredible, and Dantas, the physicality to keep his man away. Guerrero Pino had no chance on Vinny Dantas, and although Dantas doesn't get the goal, Silva in the right place at the right time to tap it into the back of the net. And it's 3-0 City. The goal scorers, Ronaldinho, Belliard, and Silva. 3-0 the score, and Kansas City looks shocked in that huddle as Stefan Stokic gives his instructions. Stokic, a long-time indoor guy. He's been around 15 years with the Kansas City organization as a player, assistant coach, and head coach with that organization. He took the team in his first season as the head coach. He took the team to an Eastern Conference championship and to the Ron Newman Cup finals before falling to Chihuahua. So we know that head coach Stefan Stokic will have his guys ready to go after the timeout. Stokic was also the head coach of Team Pereira during the MASL All-Star Game. The captain of that team was Nick Pereira of the Tacoma Stars. Stokic was on the bench alongside him, helping select that team and coach Pereira to what was an eventual loss in the MASL All-Star Game to Team Kelvin. That one was played right here at the Adirondack Bank Center. Miter is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817, Miter is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at Miter.com. Also, Capelli Sport, the official and exclusive uniform partner for the MASL. The MASL Finish Store will be opening soon. So we're back underway after the timeout. Vinny Dantas has it at midfield and will slow things down. And Alava finds himself with acres of space in the midfield. What can Alava create? He goes down to Shalier. Barbaro Shalier. Cuban futsal national team player. But that one goes through the legs of the man from Havana. Great play up the wall, and Regan is sprinting free. De Andrade comes to close him down, and he gets help from Ronaldinho. And Ronaldinho, instead of pressing the ball forward, will take things back and slow things down. So after a high-flying first 10 minutes of the game, Utica City, after the timeout, have come up much slower, looking to control the pace of this game as it finds Shalier. Alava, now Niamsi. Forward again, this is Gerson. Ball roll to Shalier. On the turn, and back out wide. Flicked in, Belliard closing it down. Shalier just overran it and committed a foul as Kansas City was looking to break out. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Visit MASLsoccer.com. Well, Niccolo Neto has allowed 3 goals. He's made a couple of incredible saves as well. On the other side, Andrew Coughlin hasn't been tested as much. But this one up to Gerson. Long touch from Gerson on the way back. And Kansas City take advantage. Niamsi gets it right back. And that's what he brings to this Utica City side. Head coach Everton Moreira says Niamsi, one of the best one-on-one defenders he's ever seen. Niamsi and Moreira have a history for 3 seasons. Everton Moreira was coaching Niamsi as a member of the St. Louis Ambush, where Niamsi has spent his entire 6-year MASL career. Ball was caught down low between players of opposing sides and eventually works out to Kyle Genrick. Silva, great pass forward. Flicked on and handball, the call. Gerson immediately gesturing to it. And Gerson wanted to go quickly to catch Kansas City off guard. Instead, UCFC will wait this one out. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Pass intended for Gerson in the middle. Gio Alves overran it. Moving forward now, Souza. His shot fired in and saved by Coughlin. Coughlin out quickly. De Andrade wanted the call. De Andrade, that one hits off the hand of Neto, but no call. Say it was in a natural position. Flores the other way. Nacho, little toe poke out wide, and read well by Utica City. 13 seconds left until the end of the first. Maybe one final chance. Players sprinting forward with that ball, rides the boards and goes out of play. Green Drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks, providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. The recovery products are uniquely suited to help athletes battle aching joints and muscles. Learn more or try it yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com. One final chance for Kansas City. Goes over, tapped in front, and cleared away. As that'll do it. High-flying action in the first quarter, but Utica City take a 3-0 lead into the second. We'll be back with second quarter action from the Adirondack Bank Center. Don't go anywhere. This one's getting intense. Welcome back inside the Adirondack Bank Center. Inside the Adirondack Bank Center, some tattoos being given out. Brantley Gilbert's on his tattoos tour, and that one's coming to the Adirondack Bank Center on Friday, April 25th. So that's what you're seeing on the screen, some tattoos being handed out inside Central New York. Like I mentioned before, it is a busy weekend in the Central New York area. Got 2 Utica City FC games to close out the weekend. The NCAA men's hockey semifinals and finals for Division III are in town. A lot of high-flying, high-action sports and a lot to get excited about, especially in this matchup if you're a Utica City fan, as UCFC lead 3-0 thanks to goals from Ronaldinho, Emmanuel Belliard, and Manny Silva. Take 10, that's all the time you'll need for Eric Bergerud to take you inside the game and get to know some of the big stars advancing the sport on and off the field. 10 for 10 airs weekly on MASL TV. Eric Bergerud, one of the commentators for Kansas City, who are playing today against Utica City. And true professional of the league. It's been a great chance I've got to learn under him and learn from him, and he's been a great mentor to me. As eventually we're underway, and now Dantas has it in the corner. Alvis. Alava. Back to Alava. This one off the boards, and high pressure coming from Kansas City, who are looking to rebound after giving up 3 in the first quarter. Dantas, right place, right time, and Nicolo Neto will have to get it away. As Dirtle lost it. Belliard up front. Good play off the wall. Gio Alba is the first one there. This one turned over right in front, and a shot is fired high and away. Utica City get away with one there. Lucia Tetsane just mishit it on the volley. Tetsane, who's played now in 18 games, has 7 goals, 5 assists on the season. But that one, just one-on-one with Andrew Coughlin, thought about it a little bit too much. Neto will watch this one into his hands. Shalier plays it out. And 1.5 minutes into the second quarter, things have slowed down between the two sides. Utica City with a 3-goal lead. Toy Tavares plays it out. That one intentionally out of play. It'll be a great chance on the restart for Kansas City in a much more favorable position at the top of the arc. And Mijatovic will stand over this one. We all know what he can do here in the Adirondack Bank Center. He spent 22-23 here. Mijatovic lays this one off to Reggett and blocked. And here comes the speed for De Andrade. Bursting free, but out of play from UCFC. And De Andrade down right in front of the UCFC bench. Slowly getting back up and able to walk off. It was a slow start to the season for De Andrade. It took a while for him to get going. But now as of late, 22 games, 23 goals for the man who spent some time with the USA national futsal team. And that 23 goal mark is almost matching his total from last year. 21 games, 26 goals last season when he was named team MVP for Utica City FC. A shot high from Kansas City will find its way back to Coughlin. Coughlin in the last Utica City FC matchup, as he makes a save there, scored a goal for the first time since 2019. Here's Mershad Amadi. Amadi took a deflection out in front, a stab at it from Junior Pinal, and eventually headed back to Neto. That Coughlin goal, the first in his MASL career since 2019. That 2019 game, it was also against Baltimore when he scored. He scored 2 that game. Here's Kansas City on the break, and Mershad Amadi read it perfectly. Gets it away to Pinal. De Andrade was all alone up front. Pinal took a little bit too long to get it there. De Andrade was 1-on-3 and couldn't make anything happen. Penal gets it back. And all the way back now to Toy Tavares. Ronaldinho. Silva, Tavares, and that one out of play. Last touch off of Utica City. So now we're about 3 minutes into the second quarter. Still a 3-0 lead for Utica City. All 3 goals scored in the first period of action. Up to Reggett, takes it beautifully out of the air. And Reggett on the turn will be forced to go backwards. That's Gio Alves playing defense. Now worked across. All the way back up top. Chad Van de Griff lays it off. Good 1-2 connection off the boards, and Coughlin comes out to meet it. Well, the playoffs are just underway here in a week. Playoff tickets are available down in San Diego. Shalier works his way free. Shalier fires, and it's saved by Neto. 8 of the MASL teams, 6 of whom already know that they are going to San Diego, will be headed down to the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs on April 4th through the 6th. You can visit frontwavearena.com to reserve your seats today. Down in San Diego, both of these teams will be there, at least in the first round, and then if they win that first round matchup, they'll play in the semifinals on the 6th. But 2 teams that are still battling for seeding in those playoff dates. Dirtle across, slow feed, and now a chance to break. But Wanalava, and that one cleared well out of play by Neto. Well, so much went on there. First hard contact on Rian Marks, and now the ball hitting a fan on its way back down, but eventually we get back and underway. And Niamsi gets it down to the corner. Dantas back to goal where he excels. And falling down, couldn't produce anything there. Cleared away by Utica City. Last touch from the home side. And Kansas City with 10 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the half. Here's Neto. Back to Nacho Flores. Pressured hard by Mershon Amadi. Works up, this is Reggett. One-timer from Flores, and that one was hard. Deflected away by UCFC. Well, if there's one name that haven't really said much of today, it's Mijatovic. Spent a part of the 2022-23 season here, as there's a swing and a miss, and a foul called in front. It is a blue card for Mershon Amadi, as he took down Reggett right in front. And we'll see what the determination is here. If it happened in the box, if it was a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, or if it happened outside, and it'll just be a free kick. But either way, Mershon Amadi will head to the penalty box. And it is just a free kick from right outside of the box. And here is Mijatovic now standing over this one. Haven't said his name too much today, just on the set pieces. He's slowly working his way and figuring out this Kansas City offense, and really looks like a player, a different player than the one we saw in Tacoma to start the year. And according to Everton Moreira, head coach Everton Moreira, much more focused. Here's Mijatovic, right off the free kick and immediately into the wall. Amadi in the penalty box now, 2 minutes for tripping. Puts Kansas City on the power play. Power play unit that is 8 of 31 on the season. 25.8% last in the MASL. Mijatovic thought about it. We'll drop it back to Reagan, who fires a one-timer, saved by Coughlin. And he holds on. 35 seconds killed off the power play for Kansas City, as Coughlin almost threw that one into the scoreboard, but it went just past it. And Mijatovic will restart the man advantage for Kansas City. The power play unit, the penalty kill unit for Utica City, 17 of 24, 70%, fifth in the MASL. And another header away, Kyle Genrick gets involved on the special teams unit. This is an incredibly defensive lineup, no forwards, just two defenders, two midfielders. As that one across, what a save from Coughlin! Sliding, he caught it with his calf. Alava now feeling pressure from two, now three Comets players, and somehow gets it away to De Andrade. Back to Alava, short-handed chance, what a sliding challenge from Neto. I mean, end-to-end action, and we're still on a power play here for Kansas City. Marks in the corner. Mijatovic, he can have a go from here if he wants it. We'll move it to the left, roll one in. Sliding in was De Andrade, and Genrick plays it out. De Andrade amps up the crowd with 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Mijatovic worked out wide, back across, Reagan's one-timer just wide. And Utica City back to full strength. As down goes De Andrade, it was Mijatovic who committed the foul. And it will be a free kick for Utica City. That'll take us to our media timeout. Coming out of the, actually no it won't, we'll have another start of play and then we'll get the media timeout at the next dead ball. As Kansas City gets a delay of game warning there. Neto off the wall. And now Kansas City flying forward with numbers. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Instead, we'll go back to Van de Griff. Now Lennis. Worked across, here's Dirtle. Looking for the return pass. Van de Griff. Now Marks will fire, and it's high and blocked away. Gio Alva's got a touch on it. Headed back to Coughlin. Wants the long throw. Good defense from Kansas City. Nathan Dirtle, the Columbia, Missouri native, playing in his rookie season. Played for Columbia College, which, if my college soccer knowledge is correct, is an NAIA school, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe a part of the NCAA system. As this one up to now Reggett. Now Dantas for UCFC. Back to Coughlin. Coughlin wants the long forward entry. Intended for Niamsi. Toy Tavares will bring it down. Forward, here's Gerson. Gerson. Inside, clipped forward by Shalier. Gerson has it back. Little delay, Gerson just dragged it wide. Niamsi will slow things down a little bit. And now Toy Tavares. Shalier. Stumbling, but gets it back to Manny Silva, who has the most recent goal in the game, although it came at the end of the first quarter. He's the one who made it 3-0. Now Silva taken down by Kyle Gregg. Read that name wrong, but Kyle Gregg playing in just his second game of the season. Gerson wants this one quickly, and he does get it away. Now Dantas up top. Gio Alva is the one-timer, and that one always going high and away. This will take us to our media timeout, a minute and a half later than we originally anticipated. Still 3-0 Utica lead. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back inside the Adirondack Bank Center. It's 3-0 Utica City. It was a score at the end of the first quarter. We're at that point at the midway point of the second quarter. Still 3-0 Manny Silva, the most recent goal scorer. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Galazzo Network. Alex Bastavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Quick restart again as Kansas City want a goal, and they find it. Lifted into the far corner by Lucas Souza. Just his 7th goal of the season. And he gets Kansas City on the score sheet. A quick restart and great back-to-front play. Souza just had a lot of time. It might have taken a slight deflection off of one of the Utica City defenders closing down on it, but either way, Souza puts Kansas City on the board. It took them, math is hard for me, I believe 25 minutes is the right number. I believe, 24 and a half minutes for Kansas City to get on the board, but they have made it there and now look to start a comeback. Defended by Tavares, and now Manny Silva on the break, who's got speed, but he's taken down by two, sandwiched in between two Comets players. So a restart for Utica City. Chio Alves will stand over this one, 5 minutes to play in the second. Junior Pinal couldn't keep it down, and now a restart coming the other way for Kansas City. Souza's last goal came in the last game he played in, which was March 12th against Milwaukee. He had 4 shots on goal that game as well, so not a stranger to getting into those goal-scoring opportunities. And a player who's still battling back from injury, and a player that Kansas City will want at full health come next week in the playoffs. Off the wall from Reggett. Gio Alves the first one to react. De Andrade stood up. Alves looked to find De Andrade again. One-timer is wide. Ambitious effort. Won back by Nacho Flores. Cuts past one. Sliding challenge in from Pinal to get it away from Flores. And now chance to move forward. It's Pinal on the other end. How did he get there? And he scores! Oh no, he doesn't! I thought it hit the inside of the netting, but Pinal somehow couldn't find the back of the net. Gerson looked to go near post. And Kansas City, by the skin of their teeth, keep it away. Well, that's one we're going to have to take a look at again, because Junior Pinal did everything. Started at the back end. He had a sliding challenge to keep Nacho Flores from scoring. And then before anyone could realize, he's on the other side of the field about to score. And he just turned it wide. It might have hit the inside of the post. Here's another look at it. Pinal took a breath. Thought it crossed the goal line there, but it didn't. And off the inside of the post and away. An unlucky break for Junior Pinal, who's been one of the best rookies across the MASL when it comes to goal scoring. Mershad Amadi. Miscommunication with Dantas, wrong corner. Belliard came flying in, but working out of it is Kansas City. Overran by Ramon Palmer and cleared away by Dantas. Palmer moving quickly there, so quick that he lost track of the ball. And Dantas had a chance to step in and clear it away. A much more balanced game now. Kansas City has settled into it after what was a rough first quarter. Dantas, who's wearing the captain's armband, no Nate Bordeaux in the lineup tonight for Utica City, as there's a shot right off the restart from Souza again. And Dantas will hold on and get away from pressure. He got away from one. Palmer wins it back. Good pass to Rion Marks, just a step in front of him. Marks with pressure on him. Got a shot away, but it was too slow, and Coughlin will roll it out to himself. Step over in front, it finds Alava, and Manny Silva will go off for a change. Alava will slow things down now for Utica City. 2.5 minutes to play. The most recent goal scored by Lucas Souza of Kansas City to make it a 3-1 game. Shalier through his legs, couldn't find an opening. Players going down everywhere, and now foul called on Shalier. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and at MASL Arena on X. You can also subscribe to MASL TV on YouTube, which is where you're watching this game. You'll find game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, highlights, and more on the MASL TV YouTube channel. Chance in front. Shalier stepped in, cleared it away. Genrick sliding down. Looks like he was pulled down. And the whistle blows with 2 minutes to play in the half. Gio Alves will take this one. Coughlin's well up in front. And Alves will just go long. Genrick pokes it forward. Shalier brings it down. Clipped out wide for Ronaldinho to have a run at it. It hits the grates on the far side. Out of play. Van de Griff runs over the restart. All the way back to Neto. Nicolau Neto, another one of those participants in the 2025 All-Stars Game and All-Star Skills Challenge. He actually won the goalkeeping skills challenge, which was a goalkeeper battle between 4 of the best in the MASL. Here's Flores. To the far side, now rolled back across. Dirtle. Lennis just overran it for Kansas City. Shalier goes down. Advantage played. Ronaldinho's on the break. And he tried to get it in to De Andrade, but off his toe, it was a little bit too slow. De Andrade comes in hard, and there's a foul called on Nilton. Looks like Michael Lennis is down. Lennis, his second season with Kansas City, joined from the Sporting KC2 side. Played 4 seasons with Sporting KC2. As we're about a minute away from halftime between the two sides. There's Reggett up in front. Coughlin pokes it away to himself, but now a chance again. Reggett will have a go. Belliard gets in the way. Well, if there's one word to describe Coughlin's play in the second half of the season, where he's really turned things up, it's been adventurous. Once a traditional goalkeeper in the MASL, very content to stay back and make the saves he needs to. Now Coughlin is much more comfortable stepping out of his goal box, taking the ball with his feet, taking control. And you saw that as he was rewarded with a goal against Baltimore last weekend. And he also is one of the best goalkeepers in terms of assist numbers. He's got 6 assists on the season. This one, push in there on the back as Gerson works his way forward. And really, everywhere, bodies flying between the two sides. 7 seconds now. One final chance to move forward. Kansas City on the break, it's just wide. And Toy Tavares pokes it away as the buzzer sounds. A little bit of after activity between the two sides. Coughlin getting into it with Guerrero Pino. And the two sides are going to have to be separated here. We're going to head to halftime shortly because the two teams are getting up and at it with some late shoves there at the back end. But 3-1 the halftime score as Utica City FC leads Kansas City 3-1. We'll step aside for halftime. We'll be back when second half action kicks off inside the Adirondack Bank Center.
Creative, fast, strong, agile, dependable. Just has that special something.
What makes a great player?
The same thing that makes a great vehicle.
Let's go, Utica!
Davidson of Rome.
Nice.
Proud sponsor of the Utica City Football Club.
FC dance team at throwing frisbees. We got one over here. They've got to get that second frisbee though. We got one in the middle as well. All right, that second one in the middle is done. We are through. What's your name, my man? Jacob. Jacob, congratulations. You're going home with $100 to our friends over at Rocking Horse. A little discount on your next aid. Congratulations and thanks for playing.
There's a party bang in the woods tonight. Heard it through the redneck grapevine. Got a keg of beer and a bunch of girls. Sure enough, gonna be a good time. It's a small town. Throw down. It's time to tall boy up. Let them tailgates down. And then it's on tonight. Right into the morning light. Crank that country up loud. It's a small town throwdown. Hey.
And now, fans, please welcome to the pitch for tonight's Davidson of Rome halftime scrimmage, United Elite Krashnik FC.
Rockin' little body and long tan legs. Sure ain't scared to show 'em now. Show a little song, girl. Somebody said them city boys ride around looking for some trouble. If they bring it across that county line, you know there's gonna be a rumble. It's a small town. Throw down. It's time to tomboy up. Let them tailgates down. And man, it's on tonight. Right in the morning light. Crank that country up loud. It's a small town throwdown. Come on. It's a small town. Throw down. It's time to tomboy up. Let them tailgates down. And man, it's on tonight. Right into the morning light. Crank that country up loud. Crank it up. It's a small town throwdown. It's a small town. Throwdown. It's time to tomboy up. Let them tailgates down. And man, it's on tonight.
Fans, direct your attention to the video board for tonight's celebrations and shout-outs.
I send you a text soon as that sun dropped. Kill my headlights. Pull up, pick you up out by the mailbox. You lay the seat back, and I find a place to go. I play it cool, you play the radio. Find a back road with a little magic on it. Back when all we really wanted was a hand-me-down Tacoma with a dent in the side.
We'd also like to give a warm welcome to all of our Utica City FC season ticket members in attendance with us tonight. For more information on how to become a UCFC season ticket member for the 2025-26 season, visit the Lennon's WB Wilcox Jewelers fan zone behind section 208 or at uticacityfc.com.
What a save! What a save! What a save!
And now it's your turn to save here at Master Vito Hyundai on Commercial Drive in Yorkville or online anytime at mastervitohyundai.com. Make your move to Master Vito Hyundai.
Shoot!
Welcome back, everybody. This is MASL in 5. I'm Alex Bastianski. It is great to see you again. I'm going to break down everything that's gone down in the league for you over the past week, and I just need 5 minutes to do it. Let's go.
Watching Nick Pereira dribble a soccer ball at his feet is like watching the running of the bulls in Spain.
Good stuff.
Here's Correa with a strike. The Stars take the 4-3 lead. Adrian Correa.
The Tacoma Stars absolutely needed to win both their games in a home-and-home series against Kansas City last weekend to stay in the playoff race, and they did just that, knocking off the Comets in Tacoma in the first game 4-3, and then in the return engagement back in Missouri 5-4. The Stars enter this weekend having gone 8-2 in their last 10. The team chasing them, the St. Louis Ambush, have to win out their schedule as well, and they came up with a huge Texas sweep, dropping both the Dallas Sidekicks and Texas Outlaws to stay in the hunt. St. Louis has won 4 straight and 7 of 10. And the stakes were high in Empire last Sunday. The Sockers were trying to grab the first overall seed in the playoffs, while Empire is suddenly faltering and could possibly miss the playoffs. Sockers legend Craig Charles recorded his 300th career MASL goal. Empire rallied back from a 6-1 deficit, but ultimately lost 9-8 in overtime. So, where do things stand as we enter the final weekend of regular season play? Well, San Diego leads Chihuahua by a point, but the Savage have a game in hand, so control their own destiny. The only teams that haven't sewn up a playoff berth are Empire, Tacoma, and St. Louis. Look at the 7, 8, 9 in the standings. St. Louis 2 points out, but have a game in hand. So they control their own destiny if they can win their last 2 games. If they win out and Tacoma wins, but Empire loses, the Strikers could miss the playoffs. So let's look at games with massive playoff ramifications this weekend. The Ambush have a home-and-home with Milwaukee. They're in St. Louis Friday, then back in Wisconsin on Sunday. Frank Taillou cannot play in those 2 games as part of the trade condition of him going from St. Louis to Milwaukee. This game on Sunday between Tacoma and San Diego could decide everything for Tacoma's playoff chances and San Diego's drive to finish first and win home floor advantage if they were to make the championship final. And Chihuahua has 2 games in Harrisburg to finish the campaign, and to ensure they get first place, they need to win both games against the Heat. It's as simple as that. Oh, the drama. And of course, the playoffs kick off next weekend in San Diego at the Front Wave Center. The quarterfinals take place Friday, April 4th. The semis the next day, Saturday, April 5th. It's going to be epic. For ticket information, visit frontwavearena.com and maslsoccer.com. Players of the week now brought to you by Green Drop. Chris Toth in goal. Correa defensively, his teammate. And on offense, Justin Stinson from the Empire Strikers. Let's start things off with Stinson, who had a ridiculous week. 6 goals, 2 hat tricks for the boys in purple. Stinson has just been so ridiculously good all season long. For Empire on defense, it is Correa, who had 2 goals for Tacoma plus 7 blocks in those 2 Stars wins. And in goal, his teammate, Chris Toth. Fantastic week once again. 35 saves, 1 assist in those 2 Tacoma wins. Time now for some of the top plays from the past week.
Yeah. Coughlin. He's going to run it up into the offensive end, and Coughlin is going to score.
2-goal lead against the Blast, and once again the Wave wins, and they're in.
What a shot there from Aber Spina.
Harrisburg did a good job momentarily to keep that up front. Long chip, it goes in!
Will he be the goalkeeper to make the save? Childs, welcome to the 300 Club, Craig Childs.
So far, it's going to be a chance here. And a shot, and a goal! Goal!
Step.
Here's Correa with a strike, the Stars take the 4-3 lead, Adrian Correa!
11 goals, 5 assists for 16 points. Right back to the Wave!
Hansen. Oh, out of position, the goal. Oh! What a goal! That should go down as your goal of the year.
And that is a wrap for this week's show. But just remember, all throughout the MASL season, to stay up to date on everything that's going on with the league, be sure to check out the MASL's official social media outlets. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Country rock trailblazer, Brantley Gilbert, the Tattoos Tour 2025.
These ain't just some tattoos, this is who I am. This is what
Adirondack Bank Center, Friday, April 25th, with special guests Travis Denning and Peyton Smith. Get tickets now at EmpireStateTix.com. The brand new album Tattoos is available everywhere. For more, visit BrantleyGilbert.com. Produced by Pepper Entertainment. Creative, fast, strong, agile, dependable. Just has that special something.
What makes a great player?
The same thing that makes a great vehicle.
Let's go, Utica!
Davidson of Rome.
Nice.
Proud sponsor of the Utica City Football Club.
Take a look at the video board now as we update you on tonight's 50-50. There's still time to purchase your 50-50
At Rome Health, we bring the best orthopedic and sports medicine care right to your neighborhood. Our experienced team includes orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine specialists, and physical therapists working together to get you back to the things that you love to do. So whether you need an injection for arthritis pain, rotator cuff surgery, a joint replacement, or help recovering from a concussion, we're committed to delivering superior care to you. Rome Health. The best orthopedic care out there, here.
Across the nation, MASL players are giving back, utilizing their professional power to touch and inspire people in their local communities nationwide. Free soccer clinics, where kids can meet their heroes and learn new skills. After-school programs and special events. And surprise visits to the classroom. Visiting brave kids in the hospital, bringing joy and hope. Supporting special needs care, partnering with local businesses, and so much more. MASL, passion on the field, purpose off the field, committed to community.
babes at Harbor Point, heading on down to Babes. Making my way down Genesee, making my way to Babes. Watch the game, have a beer, always something happening here. Bring the family, one and all, come on down and have a ball. Let's go. Heading to Babes at Harbor Point, heading on down to Babes. Making my way down Genesee, making my way straight to Babes.
On Sunday for your chance to bid on more.
It's Coco Melon Sing Along Live.
You hear that beat? Dance and move your feet.
Dance and sing along with JJ, Nina, Cody, and all their friends.
It's the animal dance.
Coco Melon Sing Along Live. Jam with the fam and dance every chance you get in this new musical adventure. For tickets and more information, visit CocoMelonOnTour.com.
It's Cocomelon. Yeah.
Creative, fast, strong, agile, dependable. Just has that special something.
What makes a great player?
The same thing that makes a great vehicle.
Let's go, Utica!
Davidson of Rome.
Nice.
Proud sponsor of the Utica City Football Club. Country rock trailblazer, Brantley Gilbert. The Tattoos Tour 2025.
These ain't just some tattoos, this is who I am. This is what
Adirondack Bank Center, Friday, April 25th, with special guests Travis Denning and Peyton Smith. Get tickets now at EmpireStateTix.com. The brand new album Tattoos is available everywhere. For more, visit BrantleyGilbert.com. Produced by Pepper Entertainment.
You might as well grab one. Am I right, gentlemen? Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. And let it rip.
Welcome back inside the Adirondack Bank Center. Halftime's over. It's a 2-goal lead for Utica City as we close out the 2024-25 MASL regular season. This weekend, there's a game tonight. There's a game on Sunday inside the Adirondack Bank Center. Utica City looking to improve its seeding. Already guaranteed a spot into next week's playoffs in San Diego, but if they can get a couple of wins this weekend, they'll have a more favorable matchup according to the league standings come next weekend. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. You can also subscribe to MASL TV on YouTube for game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, as well as game highlights. Well, it was a slow first quarter for Kansas City, but they have the most recent goal of the game. It was scored by Lucas Souza in the second quarter. We're also keeping our eye on a couple more games inside the MASL. Right now, the Baltimore Blast up 4-0 over the Texas Outlaws. The Blast, with a win today, would look for Utica City to win as well because they've got a chance at the 3 seed come next week. Right now, Kansas City with 44 points, Baltimore with 42 points. So if Baltimore wins, Kansas City loses, Baltimore will jump ahead of Kansas City in the season standings. Utica City looking to try and get either 5th or 4th. UCFC cannot drop any lower than 6th. We're back on our way to kick off the second half. And immediately down the other field of play. Shot, what a save from Coughlin. Had to react early and he was on top of it. And now Dantas got away from one And there's the whistle. It's a blue card. An immediate pull of the card on Chad Vandegrift. He was the last man back. And he took down Vinny Dantas, who had just worked his way around him. And Dantas isn't a guy who's known for the speed, but is so quick and agile with the ball that when Vandegrift knew he was beat, tried to cut across Vinny Dantas, and now UCFC on the power play. On the season, 5 for 18, 27.8%, 10th in the MASL. For both these sides, power play units that have struggled, both these sides with penalty kill units that are really good. Kansas City, in fact, boasts the best penalty kill unit in the MASL, 18 for 21 on the season. DeAndrade, Shalier. DeAndrade again. DeAndrade hit off the hand of Palmer and up and away. There's another delay of game call. This time on her own, Palmer for kicking it away. That's a yellow card. That's a second delay of game call in the early going. So now it's Ramon Palmer who's going to have to head to the bench, or someone's going to have to serve it for Kansas City. Palmer arguing that he was already in the motion when the whistle blew, but referees say otherwise. Palmer's out for the next 5 minutes. It'll still be a 5-on-4. You don't gain another attacker with a yellow card. The yellow card just means that the player who was served the yellow card has to sit out for the next 5 minutes. Alvis rolled in by DeAndrade. Amani will recover. DeAndrade. Gio Alvis. Down low to Gerson. Angled off the boards. Nicolau Neto comes in and makes the stop. 1 minute, 15 seconds left on the power play. Neto goes long. And DeAndrade is called for a whistle there as he was holding on to Rian Marquez, who was right in front. Immediate pass in. Marquez trying to wriggle free of the Utica City defense. Instead, with a minute on the power play, it's cleared forward to Nicolau Neto. Rolled quickly out. DeAndrade can move forward again. DeAndrade gets it back. And now work forward on the far side. That was Gordy Gerson over there. Amadi, one-timer, curled in! Rashad Amadi's been on a blinder the last few weeks, and he continues the hot streak with a power play goal. 4-1 Utica. It's 16 games, 12 goals from Rashad Amadi in his first season of MASL play, and one of the best goal scorers that has ever done it in the MASL2 gets it done at the Adirondack Bank Center. And a power play goal for Utica City FC, just the 6th power play goal of the season. Foul on the near side on Toy Tavares. On is Zach Reggett. It's hard to stop Zach Reggett without bringing him down. He's such an agile player and so quick with the ball, but Tavares does bring him down, commits a foul in the process. That one up and away. Neto has made some great saves, but the distribution hasn't been there for the experienced goalkeeper from Brazil. The Kansas City Comets all-time MASL leader in wins and saves. Like we mentioned earlier, a participant in the 2025 MASL All-Star Game and All-Star Skills Challenge. And we're back underway with Will Niamsi. Niamsi's been great. Doesn't produce goals or assists on the stat sheet like maybe he once did, but still one of the best defenders in the league in terms of one-on-one defending. This one angled in. Panal made a run for it. Tavares will feel some pressure and get away from it. Cleared away by Kansas City. Fans want intentional delay. It is an intentional restart, so we'll have a chance at the top of the arc for Utica City to step forward. Set pieces a couple of weeks ago were an extreme focus for this UCFC side. In an away game against against Harrisburg, it felt like 4 or 5 of the goals were all scored off of set plays. And now we'll see what the City cook up here. Gio Alves, the furthest man back. He might have a go at this one. Instead, we'll lay it off. Stumbling around is Amadi. Somehow worked his way free and found an angle to shoot. I don't know how Amadi even got that shot off. He was being pressured so hard by 2 defenders. And now another blue card, this time on Barbaros Shalier. So in quick succession, we've gone from Utica City power play goal to now Utica City penalty. And immediately, head coach Everton Herrera launches the red flag onto the field. He doesn't feel like Shalier committed enough of a foul to have it be constituted as a blue card. So head coach Everton Herrera having a conversation. It's a refereeing crew today, led by referee chief Shane Butler, senior referee Shane Butler should say, referee Daniel Radford, assistant Anthony Chiffey, fourth official Bjorn Soley, and off-field officials Rich Abel and Christopher Hutchinson. So a lot to look at here with the incident involving Barbaros Shalier, the Havana, Cuba native, played for the Cuban national futsal team as well. Really tall player in his rookie season of the MASL, who's been a target man up front for this Utica City side. But this time he was forced to play some defense, and it looks like just the knee to the chest of Kansas City's Lucas Souza. I think that one's pretty dry cut there. Shalier misses the ball, and he actually kicks the chest of Souza, I believe. Very, very good. Chance for a blue card. Maybe they're looking if he made contact or not, but I think that one's pretty visible from the contact that Shalier makes on Souza. And it is not too long of a review, as the referees do confirm that the blue card will be handed to Barbaros Shalier. There's already been one power play this game for Kansas City. It was unsuccessful at the end of the second quarter. So we'll see if Kansas City can find gold on its second time on the man advantage. And once again, a Kansas City team that on the power play, 8 of 32 now on the season, 25% exactly, which is last in the MASL. You contrast that to a penalty kill unit for Kansas City that, at least before the game, was first in the MASL with 85.7% stoppage rate. But now another chance on the man advantage for KC. Mijatovic will get it back here. Marquez poked away by Coughlin, and a crucial intervention at the back post. Mijatovic with space, goes to the left, fires a shot, chested away. That's Juan Alava who stands tall. And Mijatovic will have to chase this down. Forward again by Kansas City. Reggett looking to clean up the scraps. Gio Alves can't get it away cleanly. Marquez turns it around to Mijatovic. Curling back post effort is wide. Reggett will have it again. 65 seconds on the man advantage. Nacho Flores. Inside, great feed out wide, chipped high and away. Olava gets it away momentarily, but pressure still there for Kansas City. Reggett. Back out wide. Up in front, what a goal, easy tap in, Rion Marquez. On the power play, and Kansas City has one back, it's 4-2. That is textbook power play offense. And Rion Marquez just snuck in at the back post. Juan Alava didn't track him. And a simple tap in for Marquez, who leads the team in goals with now 22 on the season.
Kansas City goal scored on the power play by number 26.
So both teams with a power play goal.
Assist to number 10.
Even though both teams have struggled on the power play this season. Utica City, the 10th best power play coming into today. Kansas City, the worst power play in the MASL coming into today. 2-goal deficit for the Comets. We're looking to keep a stronghold on the third place spot in the MASL standings. Gerson goes down in a heap after some contact to his foot. Up in front from Dantas. Just needed someone at the back post to tap it in. Foul called on Belliard. 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. Remind you that Capelli Sport is the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. The all-new MASL Fan Store will be launching soon. Back to Neto. His pass is away from Kyle Gregg. Pressure there from Dantas and this UCFC offense. And Neto just hasn't looked as comfortable with the ball at his feet like we're used to seeing him with all of his experience in the MASL. Here's Tavares. Great sliding challenge and block from Vandegrift. And Vandegrift is working his way free. Still has it. Now out wide to Lionel Palma. Defended well by UCFC. Vinny Dantas is wearing the captain's armband. No Nate Bordeaux, no Nelson Santana, the two other players we've seen don the armband for UCFC. Whistle at the back end for a foul on Toy Tavares, who was the furthest defender back for UCFC. Forward from Alava, and that one immediately apologized for by Juan Alava. Barbaro Chalier wanted it on the ground into his feet. Alava played it into, well, was looking to play it into space. He played it into the crowd. But Kansas City with some momentum after the power play goal was scored by Rion Marquez. Good intricate passing from the Comets. Sliding in, a chance for Lennis to get in at the back post. And UCFC get it away just to midfield. The Comets get it back. Nacho Flores clipped forward. Marquez will run onto it. Off the wall, no one home for the Comets. Cleared away, and Flores will take it off the bounce. It's in! What a strike from Nacho Flores! And Kansas City within one. Out of nowhere in the Spider-Man celebration to match it from Nacho Flores. Great strike. It hit Chalier off the knee, and then Coughlin was screened by his own defender in front. He didn't see the ball until it was too late. And Flores capitalizes. 2 unanswered goals. And Kansas City right back in it.
Kansas City goal scored unassisted by number 23, Nacho Flores.
So the Nacho Flores goal comes 6.5 minutes into play in the third quarter, and Kansas City, we thought they had a little momentum, now a lot of momentum for the visiting side. Has now a chance in front. Working free is Amati again. What a save from Neto. I mean, Nicolau Neto has kept Kansas City in this game time and time again. Kyle Genrick with some great pressure. And Genrick goes sliding in again. All the way to the back. And the Utica City defense. Coughlin's well out of his net. Some pressure here. This one might trickle in. And it's in. Utica City, calamitous mistake at the back. And all of a sudden, We're all tied up at 4. Will Niamsi, for all of his great defending today, just couldn't find an outlet. And Junior Kazim launches it in the back of the net. We're all tied up at 4s. We'll head to our media timeout. All to play for in the final quarter and a half inside the Adirondack Bank Center. Back inside the Adirondack Bank Center, 3 unanswered goals for Kansas City. Have the Comets right back in this one. After being down 4-1, it was a quick turnaround. Rion Marquez with the first goal in the power play. Nacho Flores and Junior Kazim all scoring in quick succession. Just 3 minutes between the 3 goals. And in a flash, the Kansas City Comets have tied things up against Utica City FC. Momentum with the visitors as Gio Alves fires one into the corner. Mijatovic gets it away. De Andrade. A return pass almost intercepted, but De Andrade can move forward again. He fires a hard shot, and Neto makes the save out into the crowd in the Miller Lite Beer Garden down next to the field here at the Adirondack Bank Center. Works across to Tavares. Olava. Belliard now on the field. He had a goal earlier in this game. All the way back to Neto. And Nicolau Neto will chest it into his hands before firing forward. Belliard rolls one back to Coughlin, who will softly angle it ahead, intended for Vinny Dantas. Mijatovic gets it away. Off the scoreboard, up in front. It'll be a superstructure violation. And a chance for Utica City to set something up from the yellow line. Wouldn't be surprised if UCFC might take a timeout here. Been known to do that on set piece opportunities from the line to try and set something up. Instead, it will be Dantas who fires high and wide. All the way back to Coughlin. And it's played again forward. Tavares. Genrick. Looking. Crossfield pass. Great driven ball by Genrick to Shalir. Now Tavares again. Has Genrick to his side. Will play it. This is a lineup dominated by young stars on this UCFC team. Manny Silva, Kyle Genrick, Toy Tavares, all involved on the line. Barbaro Shalier, a rookie as well, and getting into a little bit of a shoving match down low with Kansas City captain Nacho Flores. Not one to back down, Barbaro Shalier. And the referees will separate the two. Shalier being pressured hard, wins it back. Still with Shalier. Faked a shot, second chance. Saved by Neto. Pressure coming from UCFC. It's at this point in the game where things really picked up in terms of intensity. Foul called on Shalier again for an off-ball challenge. Neto talking to Shalier. There's a challenge flag from Stokic, and everyone getting involved now. It started with Shalier and Flores not too long ago. Now Neto has something to say about it. And the referee's doing a good job to separate Shalier and the Kansas City side. Both teams will head to their benches here as Neto had something to say almost immediately after the foul was called. Stokic wants a review. Head coach Everton Moreira having a conversation with Shalier about the incident that just happened. So the referees will have to separate the two sides for a moment as they go out for a review. The challenge flag was thrown by Stefan Stokic, the head coach for Kansas City in his second season at the helm. And they will review this Shalier incident. It was an off-ball incident. It wasn't until after Neto had picked up the ball that there was some contact on the far side. It looked like maybe just a light shove in the back, maybe a trip. We'll get a better look here. I wasn't really looking. You look towards the top of your screen for Shalier as he's trying to back away from Nacho Flores. It's still the two of them involved. They will review that motion right there. Doesn't look malicious. To me, I don't think there's really indisputable video evidence to overturn the call. It was just called as a common foul. There was some jawing between the two earlier in the quarter, or really earlier than that incident, just a few moments before that incident, in fact. Nothing from this angle. And that one also just focused on Neto with the ball. This will be the best look we have at it. Doesn't look like too much in that one from Shalier. Common foul was the original call on the field. It's going to take a lot to overturn that, and I don't think that one is enough to overturn the common foul on Shalier. It's not just if the blue card happened, it has to be fully indisputable video evidence to fully overturn this call. Now look at this one frame by frame to see the intent of the challenge. Once again, don't think too much was in that. Maybe just a slight shove, but physical, emotional players happen to collide. It is not a blue card, just a common foul. Kansas City will no longer have a challenge flag as the referees go out and explain to Nacho Flores and Neto. So an unsuccessful challenge for head coach Stefan Stokic. Neto still having some words with the Utica City players, even though Shalier's not even on the field anymore. And we're back underway after that video review. Ramon Palmer. Zach Reggett across. Back to Guerrero Pino. Up in front, chested back on the volley. It's high from Kansas City. Coughlin wanted it quickly. He'll throw it quickly. Looking for Ronaldinho. And Ronaldinho ran into the wall that is Chad Vandegrift. Up in front. Mijatovic works down low. Tons of space. Coughlin comes sliding out, makes the stop. Good awareness from Coughlin to know where he was on the field. Mijatovic draws the foul on Junior Pinal. So Mijatovic will take this free kick. We'll play it quickly back. And Kansas City will reset the offense. Forward again. Tons of space up front for Kansas City, but great defense from Nilton De Andrade. Thought about the quick shot. Scored one last match against Harrisburg. He lifted it over the Harrisburg netminder. And now Mijatovic with some space. Ducking under the challenge was Nilton De Andrade. Shouts for a six-man, but unsuccessful from Kansas City. It was player coming off, was already exiting the field of play, so wasn't involving himself near the ball at all. Far side for Utica City. Help coming in Will Niamsi, but Belliard's squeezed up against the boards and goes down. Still moves it forward. Great work. Belliard gets it back. Fires a shot deflected by Lennis. Michael Lennis gets in the way. And now running forward, but great defense from Will Niamsi. Niamsi on the break. Gets past two. Niamsi, ball roll. Still there, just couldn't piece together that final pass to Dantas. Niamsi wins it back. Momentarily now Dantas, back to Niamsi. One-timer, save, rebound, lead for the net! And when you need it most, Vinny Dantas arrives. Right place, right time. Vinny Dantas makes it 5-4, puts Utica City back in the lead. Wearing the captain's armband, Vinny Dantas, and a captain's moment for him. One of the most prolific goal scorers in all of the MASL. Gets involved there as now things are flying everywhere. Gordy Gerson very animated. Someone's shin guards might have flown off. As it looked like Manny Silva or Toy Tavares was running down the board side, using their hand to brace themselves on the board, and then a foul was committed in the process. Kyle Genrick wants the corner, finds Shalier, chested down. Ball movement from Kyle Genrick has been excellent today. And Toy Tavares makes contact with the ball. Utica City does not like that call. So Mijatovic will restart things. 2 minutes and 42 seconds, a 5-4 lead for the home side. Worked in front. Oh my goodness, what a save off the line by Utica City. Toy Tavares had to clean up a mistake at the back. And now Silva's got speed forward. Mijatovic defends. Manny Silva off the wall, but didn't look up before he made the pass. Could have been dangerous there. Now Genrick. Gerson telling the team to slow things down, and they will. De Andrade. Nilton again. Feet in front intended for Shalier. Sliding challenge away from the Kansas City defense. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. De Andrade's pass cut away. Comes right back to him off the foot of Ramon Palmer. Now Junior Pinal has it poked away. Pinal applies pressure on Neto. Only as far away as Ronaldinho. Gio Alves. Alaba. Hard battle on the far side boards between Nilton De Andrade and Junior Kazim. And it looks like Utica City comes away with it. Alava, pressure on his back, maintains possession, and then is chopped down hard by Lucas Souza. Alava with both feet taken out from under him there. Was able to walk it off. Set piece upcoming for Utica City. Gio Alves stands over it. He leads the team with in assists with 14 on the season. And Alves couldn't find one there. Ronaldinho back to Alava. Now Coughlin will go forward. Brought down by Pinal. Out wide. Return pass. Pinal just wide. Great connection between Ronaldinho and Pinal, but the end product wasn't there for the rookie goal scorer. The San Jose, California native has been excellent in front of goal this season, but just missed one there. 25 seconds and counting to go in the third quarter. Pressure coming again from Utica City. Neto this time collects. And Nicola Neto gets it away quickly. And now a chance to break forward. Kansas City, Coughlin makes a save. Pinal with 2 seconds will see out the end of the third quarter. And it's 5-4 City after 3. Most recent goal was Vinny Dantas to make it 5-4. We've got 15 minutes of high-flying action when we return to the Adirondack Bank Center after the break. It's the start of the fourth quarter between two teams that are battling for playoff seeds. Utica City FC and the Kansas City Comets going toe-to-toe and blow for blow inside the Adirondack Bank Center as we get set for the final 15 minutes of regulation. I'm Arnav Pokral. I'll be with you tonight and Sunday afternoon when Utica City closes out the regular season against the Texas Outlaws. It was 4-1 at one point in this game, but 3 unanswered goals from the Kansas City Comets in a span of 3 minutes. It was a power play goal from Rion Marquez to kick things off. Nacho Flores got one. Junior Kazim tied things up at 4-4. But then 12 minutes into the third quarter, Vinny Dantas does what Vinny Dantas does best, and that is finish chances. A rebound out in front after a Mershad Ahmadi shot, and Dantas powered it home into the roof of the net. and sent the Adirondack Bank Center into a frenzy. But still 15 minutes left to play inside the Adirondack Bank Center. As we take a look at some of the other scores around the MASL, as of last update, the Baltimore Blast up 7-1 against the Texas Outlaws, and the St. Louis Ambush might just be playing themselves into a playoff spot. They're up 5-3 on the Milwaukee Wave. And St. Louis, we'll get back to them in just a moment as Dantas forces a save out of Neto. St. Louis just has to win both the games this weekend. The Ambush control their own destiny into the playoffs. Out of the 3 teams from 7th to 9th, Empire, Tacoma, and St. Louis, one of them will be eliminated. The other 2 will head down to San Diego. Another quick chance up front for Utica City, a high-flying offense as of late. That one up in front by Pino, cleared away. And we go back and forth in this track meet of a match. As here's Shalier. Shalier pressured by 2, uses the wall to back away. Clipped in front, Gordy Gerson handed it forward. Shalier wins it back. Great tenacity from Shalier, who's been a part of a physical game today. Will Niamsi, rolled in front by Gerson, was looking for Nilton De Andrade. Gerson will fire one forward again. That one trails out of play. St. Louis Ambush 10-11-1 on the season with 30 points. If they win these 2 games this weekend, we'll be in a playoff spot come next week. Every other team besides those 3, Empire, Tacoma, and St. Louis, knows whether they've made it to the playoffs or whether they're eliminated, but 2 spots left for the 3 teams that I just mentioned. And everyone's in action either tomorrow or the day after to close out the regular season. Neto has to clip one away from Nilton De Andrade, who is running hard. Michael Lennis took a ball to the face, but has it now. He's pushed down by Niamsi, and it's a foul called on Utica City's newest player, Will Niamsi, who has it now, was looking for the outlet to Toy Tavares. Tavares did a good job to win it back, and De Andrade moves forward with speed. Clip forward intended for Gerson. Penal will bring it down. Penal is one of 2 defending positions now, and he's held up. Riyad Marquez and Will Niamsi. Little handshake to cool off the tensions between the 2 sides. Toy Tavares will restart things to Amati. Here's a look at the foul committed on Junior Penal. It was Lennis who just horse-collared Penal. This is a young Utica City team. So many players that are playing first, second seasons in the MASL, getting adjusted to the speed. Here's one of them, Rashad Amati, who's been on a tear since he's joined the MASL side in Utica. He's played a lot for the MASL 2 side as well, United Elite Kreisnik FC, who are in action this Sunday. After the Utica City game, they'll be playing Spice City FC for a spot in the Final 4 of the MASL 2 playoffs, which will be held in Iowa. 3-on-1 the other way for Kansas City, but a late whistle comes in. And Kyle Genrick wants to get things started quickly. He'll find Gio Alves. Now Silva. To Dantas. Off the wall. Silva comes hustling in, wins it back. Genrick. Ronaldinho. Dantas, a little elbow, and that one's called on the far side in front of the bench. Unintentional from Dantas, but the foul is a foul, so we'll head the other way for Kansas City. Neto will step forward. Dantas comes sprinting in with some pressure on Neto. Clipped out of play, last touch off of Dantas. 11.5 minutes to play in regulation, 1-goal lead. Dantas has the leading goal right now for Utica City. That one takes a deflection off the back of Dantas. Hung in play off the far side boards. Tetsane has to track it down. We'll go to Neto. Kyle Genrick getting himself involved up front. Ronaldinho also stretching wide. They're going to say that Utica City got a deflection on it, so Neto won't be called for the secondary goalkeeper touch. Now worked in front, chance in front, and an easy tap in. Zach Reggett, the provider, as Rion Marquez finds the back of the net again, and we're all tied at 5. And how about a picture-perfect assist for Zach Reggett? Did that with one touch, scanned the field, found Rion Marquez, and we're all tied at 5s between UCFC and Kansas City. Really cannot ask for much better of back-to-front play if you're head coach Stefan Stokic. That was picture-perfect, right out of the textbook from the visitors. Niamsi, forward again. Shalier. Long range shot is high and away by Silva. Excuse me, that was Toy Tavares on the backside. So we're back underway. Neto rolls it out. Belliard immediately applying pressure. He wants possession going the way of Utica City. He won't get that, but he does stop the Kansas City offense from moving forward momentarily. Roll to Leo Palma. Reggett now. Mijatovic. Reggett. Deflected away. Gerson. And this is a chance forward for Reggett. Deflected away by Tavares. Player down on the field is Manny Silva for Utica City FC. Looks like he took contact to the ear. So with 10.5 minutes left, they'll take a look at Manny Silva. Contact to upper ear area. He's going to have to step off the field and get subbed off as Nilton De Andrade urges him off the field quickly. There is a new rule in the MASL this season. Well, it's almost the end of the regular season, but there was a new rule instated at the beginning of the season about the time that a player has to spend down on the field before a trainer has to come out and before they have to exit the field eventually. So it looks like Silva gets off the field in time. Here's Niamsi. Clipped forward again. Niamsi does well to maintain possession, still has it. Rolled back to Toy Tavares, who can dance away from some pressure. Pass goes under the foot of Mershad Ahmadi. Sliding in was Nilton De Andrade. And now Tavares, a little too strong through the back of Kansas City. Free kick upcoming, under 10 minutes to play in regulation. Good 1-2. Coughlin makes the initial stop, and Utica City will clean things up at the back end. De Andrade lost his footing and lost the ball in turn. Ahmadi again committing a foul. And he's racking them up now as Lennis wants to step on to the bench, and now Michael Lennis forced to go the other way. Zach Reggett had to drag him back. I mean, this whole game has been intense, but final 10 minutes, came into this game wondering, will these teams play with that same intensity? They've already guaranteed, both of them guaranteed to go to San Diego next week, And if this game has shown anything, it's that the competitive fire never goes away in the MASL. No matter who you're playing, no matter the stakes, a win is always the desired end result for either side. But it looks like we're good. Tensions have cooled, and we're back underway. Reggett. Turning forward is Ronaldinho. Fancy footwork. Ronaldinho out wide. Ronaldinho shoots just wide as well. Alava. Dropped off to Gio Alves. Forward to Pinal. Back to Belliard. Belliard puts the shakes on the defender. Outside of the foot shot is wide again from Emmanuel Belliard. Kept in play on the far side. That's Gerson. Now Dantas. Gio Alves. Great little flick to get past Van de Griff, but he's slowed down by the defender. Under 9 minutes to go. That one into the crowd off of Van de Griff. Chad Van de Griff talking to the Utica City fans, I should say, down on the sidelines there, telling them to maybe leave that one in play a little bit longer, see if it hits the top of the boards and stays in. Gio Alves has two in front of the wall. It's laid off to Dantas. His shot deflected. Alves didn't read the rebound correctly. All the way back out. Misplayed shot in. Gerson's there. Trying to go off the wall again. Headed away and out of play by Kansas City. De Andrade with Gerson to his left. Left for De Andrade, off the wall, looking for Gerson in front. This one falls! Gerson scores! To stand up. Who's it been for Utica City? Vinny Dantas and Gordy Gerson, who have given Utica City life. Gerson plays his best soccer inside the Adirondack Bank Center, and he puts Utica City up with 8 minutes to play. Something that was missed in all of the celebration. Immediately after the goal in the celebrations, Andrew Coughlin brings the team together in a huddle. That Utica City side, after scoring, immediately got into a huddle to discuss things with what I presume is maintaining composure leading into these final 8 minutes. They'll have another chance in the media timeout, which will come up after the 8-minute mark of this quarter as well. This game is getting more and more intense, delivering exactly what we wanted. A preview of what could be a matchup we see in the playoffs next week. Coughlin picks it up. Under 8 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Forward from Belliard, Amati flicks it on. Shalier, great feed from Genrick. Amati trying to play the space, but Mijatovic does well. Mijatovic does well to stop that one. Reggett now wriggles free from everybody, and Coughlin, the first one there, off the wall. Well, if you want fireworks, this game will deliver in the final 7.5 minutes. That's no question. Played out by Kansas City. That will take us to our media timeout. 7:13 to play, 6-5 the score. Everything to play for inside the Adirondack Bank Center. but mostly some playoff seeds on the line. We'll be back after the break. Sounds of Sweet Caroline ring out inside the Adirondack Bank Center, as is tradition in the fourth quarter immediate timeout. Utica City with a 6-5 lead over the Kansas City Comets, the very team that eliminated Utica from playoffs last season in the Eastern Conference semifinals. So much between these two sides has gone on in the past 3 seasons. And right now, UCFC with an upper hand, 6-5. And a chance on the set play off the restart. Gio Alves up in front, let that one run. Great read, but now a chance for Amadi to have a swing at one. Well, on a chance like that, you just have to take a shot if you're Rashad Amadi, because most of them have been falling closer to goal this season. Lucas Souza. Looks like that one goes out of play and into the beer garden down below. Fired back to the referee. And we're back underway with 7 minutes to play as Tetsane gets it across. Now Ramon Palmer has an option to find Lucas Souza. Great play. Tetsane will have one just wide of Coughlin and the net. Panal was stumbling down and somehow got a foot on a deflection. Chad Vandergreff will let that one go. And Kansas City will restart. Off the restart, off the wall, right in front, and how did that one not get any closer from a man on a hat trick in Rion Marquez? Just sent that one up off his laces and into the netting. Into the corner, over the outstretched Junior Pinal. Neto the first one there, but he's closed down hard. Pinal had an opening, looked for Ronaldinho instead. Sliding challenge in, and moving forward. Early shot is wide. Reggett gets the rebound. Coughlin has to come out and play it, and does. Gets it away from danger, Andrew Coughlin, and also avoids a 3-line violation in the process. Well, UCFC scrambling at the back here on a change, and Neto wants to move quickly and does. Early chance, rebound still there. Ronaldinho can't clear it away effectively. And now all the way back to Neto. The Brazilian goalkeeper rolls it out wide. Great feet in front. Now a chance on the swivel, and Reggett fires high. 2 chances for Kansas City, one from Marquez and the other one from Reggett. but both of them missed the frame of the goal entirely. So Coughlin will restart. Kyle Genrich took a shot to the neck there from Kyle Gregg. And Genrich will have to walk that one off. Just got clotheslined right in front of the UCFC logo. Back underway after the restart. And De Andrade will fire a shot. It's deflected all the way back to Andrew Coughlin. And he'll find a lava. De Andrade again. Looking for a on-running Gordy Gerson. Early shot from Gio Alves. Nilton De Andrade comes speeding in. Chance on the break. De Andrade just high. Don't mind the shot there from De Andrade because usually they've been falling. And that one inches away from top corner madness. Foul called as Gordy Gerson went down to the turf. Under 5 minutes to play. And a 6-5 Utica City lead. Most recent goal scorer is Gordy Gerson. As Kyle Genrich back on after he took a hard foul just a few moments ago. This one, miscommunication at the back. Early shot, headed away by Coughlin. He got a touch on that one, and he gets a second save as well. Andrew Coughlin, pure reactionary there. Mershad Ahmadi's pass is wide. Neto has to play it away. I mean, Coughlin, almost a catastrophic miscommunication. A great header away to begin. And then the rebound, second chance, also a big save. That one might end up on your plays of the week, which you can see on the MASL social media accounts at MASL Arena on Twitter or X, and MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram. Here's Ahmadi. Curler, saved by Neto. And out of play, we'll have a restart. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV, on YouTube and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bastavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. It's MASL Monday every Monday night. Back underway after an incredible Andrew Coughlin double save. Gio Alves now feeling some pressure. We'll go back to Coughlin. Coughlin just clipped it forward, away from danger. Reggett's backing his man down. Niamsi's holding on to him pretty tightly. Bodies flying everywhere. But coming away with it is Junior Pinal, and somehow splitting the defense. What a run from Pinal, who's got some sneaky speed on him. But his shot or cross in was funneled wide. Now Manny Silva rolled in front, no one home except Gordy Gerson on the volley. Gerson went down, and we go back the other way. Reggett will hold on to it. He goes down, fouled in the process. If you disagree with the call tonight, you might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Levanko and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. You can catch it every Friday on YouTube. There's been a couple of calls that we might see in that one. A couple of video reviews, a couple of potential blue cards, but either way, we'll have a stoppage in play. It looks like referees will head now to the near side, and we will get a little break as teams prepare for an intense final 2.5 minutes. How we got here? Well, it started quick for Utica City. At the end of the first period, UCFC led 3-0 in this one. As here's another look at the most recent stoppage. As we see Zach Reggett there, but we're going to head to a video review now. Thought we would head to a video review. Got the screen for it, but looks like we're all clear on that front. But how we got here, it was 3-0 Utica City after the end of the first quarter. Ronaldinho, Belliard, Manny Silva, the 3 goal scorers. Then in the second quarter, Lucas Souza got one back for Kansas City. That took us to halftime, 3-1, Utica City leading. Rashad Amani made it 4-1 on the power play before 3 goals in quick succession. Marquez on the power play, and then Nacho Flores and Junior Kazim tied it up at 4-4. And since then, we've gone back and forth. Vinny Dantas made it 5-4 City. Rion Marquez made it 5-5. And Gordy Gerson, most recent goal at the 6:45 mark of the fourth quarter to make it 6-5 City. And it looks like Neto will be out of the net. Extra attacker is on for Kansas City, wearing its number 31's jersey. That's Christian Andreos. He's not on the roster today. It looks like, if I'm judging off the hair and the little bit of the short numbers I see, I believe that's Zach Reggett, who's got the extra attacker jersey on for Kansas City. Kansas City has scored a power play goal today off the foot of Rion Marquez. And now, after the break, empty net for Kansas City. Throwing the dice in the final 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Inside the Adirondack Bank Center, 6-5 Utica lead. All to play for here in the closing moments. Extra attacker is Reggett. Worked across to the far side. Good passing, looking for the back post, closed down by Will Niamsi. And that's that veteran defensive leadership that Utica has needed from Niamsi. Now that Santana's a little bit hurt and not in the lineup tonight. De Andrade wanted to foul. Mijatovic thought about it, laid it off. Other shot saved right in front. Second chance turned away. And a wild swing at Nilton De Andrade takes him down and earns Utica City a free kick. Alava to the corner, intended for Dantas. And it's a 3-line violation there. Alava has started that, behind the yellow line, and it didn't hit the floor until after the other yellow line on the far side. And that's one that Alava will want back, because now Kansas City, the Comets, with a great opportunity on a set piece. Reggett laid it off. Mijatovic, the quarterback of this Kansas City man advantage offense. Reggett and Mijatovic playing give and go. Work down low, back to Mijatovic, some space for him. He'll fire a shot just wide. No stranger to scoring those, Mijatovic. And now De Andrade works free. And there's a whistle and a delay of game on Nilton De Andrade. Nilton's saying he can't hear that whistle, but either way, it's the first warning, so no yellow card. And now, Reggett wants to check. Zach Reggett, Stefan Mijatovic figuring things out. 90 seconds left. Man advantage for Kansas City. Extra attacker for Kansas City, not a man advantage. In the final minute 30. Mijatovic. Across, Reggett. Slight deflection. Genrich got it away from danger. Mijatovic will track it down with 1:15 to go. Kansas City needs to move quickly. Vinny Dantas, everyone standing on the Utica City bench. Shot blocked in front, second chance saved by Coughlin. And he holds on. And will call a timeout. Well, with that timeout, we'll take a look around the MASL and some other scores around the league and tell you how that will affect the playoff standings. Right now, Utica leads 6-5, but out in Baltimore, is 9-1 between the Blacks and the Outlaws. And down in St. Louis, the ambush with a 6-3 lead over the Milwaukee Wave. The loud roar you hear in the crowd just a few moments ago. Will most likely be a update from the far side. And it is a quick update on the game inside Utica, the Utica University Nexus Center, which is attached to the Adirondack Bank Center. They're hosting the NCAA Division III men's hockey semifinals. And the hometown team, the Utica University Pioneers, are leading 1-0. And that update is what got this crowd up and firing during that Kansas City timeout. We've got about 51 seconds, 52 seconds left. Kansas City has pulled goalkeeper Nicolau Neto and are looking for an equalizer late into this one. Andrew Coughlin just made a save and called a timeout, so it will be a goalkeeper restart. And the noise level in this building continues to climb. Final 52 seconds of regulation. Playoff seeding on the line. And Andrew Coughlin will let this one go long. Headed down by Mijatovic. Off the boards, closed down by 2 Utica City players. Wanalava took a swing while on the ground. Leads to a foul called. Vinny Dantas trying to get off, and does. Moving quickly is Kansas City. 38 seconds to go. Mijatovic will want it. Works it to his left. Second chance deflected in front by Gio Alves. Now Reggett. Mijatovic. Reggett again. Mijatovic worked across. Mijatovic, 20 seconds. Someone's got to shoot. Mijatovic does. Back corner. It's in. Stefan Mijatovic ties the game at 6-6 with 15 seconds to play. It's a scene that Utica City fans know a little bit too well. Mijatovic sends a man to the ground, fires it into the back post. It actually took a deflection off of Nacho Flores, so he'll get credit for the goal, but that's all off the foot of Stefan Mijatovic. And we're all tied at 6-6. Gio Alves steps forward. With 15 seconds left, Nicolau Neto will grab onto it. 6 seconds to go. Maybe one final shot for Reggett. It's blocked. Maybe one final chance for Utica City. It's poked away. And we've got free soccer inside the Adirondack Bank Center. 6-6 thanks to a Nacho Flores goal with 15 seconds to play. We'll head to overtime in the Adirondack Bank Center. I'll step aside for a quick break. We'll be back when action resumes inside Utica. Welcome back inside the Adirondack Bank Center. It's the start of overtime for the first time in this Adirondack Bank Center season. Utica City will play an overtime game at home. UCFC has only played in one overtime game this season. It was a loss away in the early going of the season in overtime at San Diego. Kansas City has played in 2 overtime games this season. Both of them have been losses. The most recent one also towards the beginning of the season. It was December 28th against St. Louis. A 5-4 overtime loss. Utica City's, I believe, was a 6-5 overtime loss off the top of my head. So neither of these teams have won an overtime game this season. That will change today, unless we go 10 minutes without a score, in which case we'll head to a penalty shootout. That ball goes out of play. Last touch off of Kyle Gregg. So here's how overtime works. 10-minute period, sudden death. Whoever scores wins. And now here's a chance. Kyle Gregg, empty net as Coughlin's running back. And now Ronaldinho on the break. He's got speed. He fires wide. Had Dantas on the other side, but didn't see it. And we're in a track meet now. The other way, misplayed. Coughlin will have to bring this down with his feet. And does. Niamsi. Out wide. Gets away from pressure. Niamsi, now Silva. Silva shot hard. And Niamsi will go back to Coughlin. Genrick. To the corner, looking for Dantas. Back to goal for Vinny Dantas. This one's going to fall. Silva thought about the volley. We'll lay it off wide. 9 minutes left. Sudden death overtime. If there's no goals in the next 9 minutes, we'll go to a penalty shootout. Best of 3 rounds, then sudden death after that. You're watching the MASL on MASL TV. I'm Arnaud Fokrout with you for this overtime period. Kyle Genrick cuts in, shoots just wide. Genrick will win it back. Out wide, Gerson, can he be the hero? No, he can't. Denied by a strong right hand of Nicolau Neto. And the rebound chance is up and over the backside netting. Hard shot, and the fan does a good job of throwing it back over the netting. That's some good arm strength from the fans behind the Kansas City net. 8.5 minutes to play in this overtime period. Turn forward, Marquez off the wall and out of play. Chance now off the delay from UCFC. Intentional restart will give Kansas City a great opportunity. Mijatovic, who we saw a lot more of in the second half for Kansas City, and especially at the end of the game, he created the game-tying goal in the final 15 seconds for Nacho Flores to head in at the back post. Here's Mijatovic. Runs over it, calls a timeout. Kansas City will think this one over. So what will head coach Stefan Stokic cook up here on this set play? Stokic, who has been excellent in his tenure, very short tenure as a head coach, but long-time member of the Kansas City Comets organization as a player, as an assistant coach. Last season, his first season as a head coach of Kansas City, he led the squad to the Ron Newman Cup Finals before falling to Chihuahua. And how does Utica City defend it? 8 minutes and 13 seconds left in overtime. A 10-minute overtime period that is sudden death. If you score, you win. But if there's no score, we'll head to a penalty shootout to decide a winner. Neither of these teams have participated in a shootout. Some of the players may have participated in the penalty shootout challenge during MASL All-Star Game weekend. Should say All-Star Game weekday. It was a Wednesday night, the All-Star Game and the All-Star Skills Challenge. But neither of these teams in an MASL game have gone to a shootout this season. Both games have been decided in overtime for Kansas City, and the lone game for Utica was also decided in the regulation overtime period. Eight minutes and 13 seconds left. 6-6 score after Nacho Flores headed home. A Mijatovic cross in the final 15 seconds of the fourth quarter. Mijatovic will line this one up again. He does have this one in his locker, but looks like he'll lay this one off instead. Mijatovic fakes it. One way, goes the other. DeAndrade diving stop. Coughlin makes the save. He wants to move quickly, looking for DeAndrade. It's out and into the fans in the Miller Lite Beer Garden. Well, every time Utica City moves forward, you hear the volume in this Adirondack Bank Center just rise and rise and rise. Mijatovic. Neto. Rolled forward. Marquez. Off the wall, looking to go back to himself. Cleared away by Utica City. Dantas is on it. Has help in front. Almost lost it. Now a battle in front. Sliding challenge. This one might be a penalty attempt. Alava's shown the blue card out in front. And it is going to be a shootout attempt for the win. Pointing to the yellow line, the referees were. Dantas lost it in front. Alava had to make a sliding challenge on Nathan Dirtle, who was home free on net. DeAndrade trying to say no. And the referees will review this one as an official review. Here's a look at what happened. Dantas misplayed one, and then the pressure let the ball get away from him. And well, this one, they might review this one a little bit more because they're putting the headset back on to review if there was really enough contact made. That's what the review is here. Alava pulled the challenge back a little bit. This one will give us a good angle. Looks like might have just caught that back right leg. We'll see what the decision is here. It is a blue card. It is a attempt on the shootout for Kansas City for the win. Lucas Souza, will stand over this one. Gets his final well wishes from teammates Reggett and Mijatovic. It's Souza and Coughlin standing over this one to decide if we keep on playing or if this game is over in overtime. Mijatovic and Flores tied it with 15 seconds to go. Now Souza has a shootout attempt to win it for the visiting Kansas City Comets. The referee steps away. Mano a mano, Souza and Coughlin to decide it. Souza scores! This one's over. Kansas City comes back and in the final seconds sends it to overtime. And the shootout attempt is a game winner for Souza. What a way to end it in the final seconds of the game. An overtime tire. And Souza strikes it with vigor into the back of the net and gives Kansas City an overtime win in the Adirondack Bank Center. Final score is 7-6 in favor of the visiting Kansas City Comets. They get closer and closer to Baltimore as they battle for third and fourth place. Utica City will sit in sixth for the time being, but will gain a point with the overtime victory. A hard-fought battle between the two sides. As we get a look now at some of the players grading two teams and two programs that know each other really well. But this one finishes 7-6 in favor of Kansas City. Right back at it here on Sunday when Utica City will play host to Texas to close out the regular season. Let's send it down to Brennan, who's with Everton Marrera down on the pitch.
Post-match interview We send it down to the pitch to Brennan Miller, who is standing by with head coach Everton Morera.
Straight down here with head coach of your Utica City FC, Everton. Everton, obviously the score doesn't end up how you wanted it today. How are we feeling kind of after this match?
It's hard to lose like that. Obviously, you know, we had a great first half, not so good of a third quarter. First quarter was not that good as well, but you know, that was for me. You know, you cannot count on right calls or bad calls, you know, on the field. You have to get the job done. Obviously, in my point of view, that was a bad call and a foul on Vinny. But again, you know, I cannot ask for that. We have to continue to get strong, continue to get ready for playoffs. This is a type of playoff games we're most likely going to face them, and then we're going to see them in there. It's all right. We're going to get them back in there. It's all right.
Obviously, there's some familiar faces over on the other side. So when you see some of those guys, including Steph, who was such a stalwart here in Utica, time and time again, how do you kind of game plan against some of those guys that you know so well?
Well, you know, like more you play against the same team, more you learn about them, right? And vice versa. So we just have to continue to tighten up our defense. Our defense today was a little bit better than what has been, but we have to continue to work to not allow goals the way how we did. You know, like we're starting to learn tendencies of the other players, of the other teams. We just have to make sure that we get our job done. That's all.
And obviously the season coming to an end here, the regular season at least, you guys clinched a playoff spot. But, you know, you take a look at Kansas City on the other side, a team that more than likely you're going to see a little bit later on in the season. How do we make sure that, you know, a result like tonight goes the other way for you guys?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you because it's loud in here.
You're all right. How do we make sure that a result like tonight kind of flips the other way for you guys?
We have to look to the positives, you know, like, and continue to stress the details on the negatives, you know, like a result like that helps you to identify those problems and work hard. You know, obviously we don't have a lot of time to work on those before playoffs, but we have enough time to fix it. Like I said, I saw improvement on our defense. I think we played well defensively. It wasn't the way, obviously, how I want and how we want it. But you know, games like that is good to make us stronger for playoffs.
All right, thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you, Brennan. That's Brennan down on the field with head coach Everton Morera. The final score tonight, 7-6, an overtime winner from Lucas Souza on a penalty shootout attempt in overtime after Stefan Mijatovic and Nacho Flores combined to tie the game in the final 15 seconds. 7-6 the final score. Kansas City takes down Utica in a Friday night matchup. We'll be right back here on Sunday as Texas comes into town to close out the regular season against UCFC. Until then, I'm Arnav Pokral. Thanks for tuning in. To all of us involved in the broadcast crew, broadcast camera operators, directors, and producer Eric Kawayatek, I want to thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back here on Sunday afternoon. We hope to see you then. But until then, be safe, be good to one another. We'll see you on Sunday to close out the MASL regular season.